welcome to CS Academy. On this platform, we hope to assist students of economics in finding answers to difficult questions within the area of concentration for those writing any prospective university exams. Alright, so we're considering a question from UTME, which is also known as Jamb, 2018 question 25, which says, if the price elasticity of demand for a good is 0.43, an increase in the price of the good will result in what? Alright, the first thing I need students to understand, I want to help them understand, is the use of the elimination method in this kind of question. Now, because we have 0.43, it means that the correct option must take this figure in it. Since we're talking about elasticity, which deals with percentage. Now, we have two options that didn't accommodate this. And that means they should be eliminated. And after elimination, we have two, which can be correct. We'll go back to the question. 0.43 means that this commodity is an inelastic demand-natured commodity, meaning that the producer has an advantage. And when the producer has an advantage, he can increase price and still make profits. That means the correct option is option B. Why is option B correct? Option B is correct because this commodity is a commodity that controls some level of importance, meaning that when price for this commodity is increased, the producer will only lose a small number of its consumers, while a good number of the consumers will still remain. For example, let's look at crude oil or petrol as a commodity in this case. The demand is relatively inelastic because we can hardly do without it. So even if the price is increased, we're only going to lose those who will decide not to take a bus or probably drive their car. But looking at how important transportation is, we can only have a few. Majority who don't want to drive their car will still take a bus that will run on fuel and they still pay. So they will still take part. They will make the producer still make more money even when the price is high or increased. So we're considering the question from UTME, which is also known as Jamb, 2008 question 8, which says, if 100 units and 120 units of commodity X are supplied at 18 naira at different times, it means that there is what? Looking at the options, the first thing I want students to have in mind is the subtopic where the question is coming from. And if you look at this subtopic, you realize that we're talking about change in supply. How? Price is silent, price remains the same, quantity changes. It means that price is not the determinant of the change in quantity. And change in supply says or has a determinant in it, which is the other factor affecting supply, where price remains constant or silent. Now, if that's the case, why do we have quantity, supply increasing, when the price of the commodity is still the same, knowing fully well that a normal supplier wants to supply more when price is high? It means that there are other factors apart from price that is responsible for this increase in quantity, 20 units, which could be any of these. raw materials or level of technology. And because they are not the price factor of the commodity, it means it is other factors which makes change in supply the real answer for this question. It cannot be B, because a change in the quantity supplied, quantity means price is the determinant. So this cannot be correct. For this to be correct, the price of the commodity has to change. C, an increase in the quantity supplied, still the same. This is a sum of this. It's a part of this. Change has two parts, increase or decrease. So these two cannot be correct because the two of them are part of this. Okay, I'm considering what we call the factor responsible for the changes in quantity where price remains constant. If the producer of this commodity is, for example, a farmer who used to produce with local farm equipment like hoes and cutlass, and then happens to belong to a union where government now gives them plants and machines for production. They don't have to pay. It's a form of incentive, a subsidy to producers of farm products. When that guy has access to the plants and machines he's not paying for, he's going to produce more units than he used to produce when he used hoes and cutlasses. The increase in that unit will be taken to the market without the price of the commodity increasing. The man is running to the market with more commodity to make more money. He doesn't have to wait for price. The reason why he's supplying more is because he can produce more, spending less due to government support. Alright, so we consider a producer, for example, who at the point when hoes and cutlasses are being used, he spends 30 naira to produce a unit of its commodity. Then goes to the market, sells at 80 naira per unit. He goes to the market with 100 units. When government comes in to give them tractors and machines for free, his cost of production will reduce. Maybe just the cost of buying manure to grow the crop, which is 10 naira per unit, and then he still goes to the market and sells for 80 naira per unit. Now, with the use of tractors and machines, he produces more. Let's assume he produces 150 units, and the government takes 30 out of it as their compensation for helping farmers. He's still running to the market with 120 units. This 120 units will still make him make more profits. The reason why he's running to the market with 120 units is not because the price has increased, which is the main interest of the farmer or the producer, but because government have assisted for production to be high. Okay, thanks for your time. I hope we did our best to satisfy you. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button and also leave a comment. Thank you guys.